giving me a headache. Hello, hi, namaste. I was trying to do this to put in the thumbnail and all of that and the title, and it didn't want to work. I don't know what the hell. Well, anyway, that was supposed to be the thumbnail right there. Rotate device back. Come on, what is this? Leave me alone. I already had the orientation fixed. This is annoying the hell out of me. Oh well, it's not as easy as it used to be. I'm not gonna rotate it back. I don't even know how this is working. This log rotate device back. Whatever. We're here in Poblado, right in front of the Purple Monkey Hostel. And sometimes things are annoying. I don't know if you're seeing this on the horizontal or the vertical. I have it on horizontal, but it's telling me on the screen orientation is locked, rotate device back. And I don't want to do that. Oh well. Every day you can't have ice cream and cake and eat it. Let's see how this works. If you're watching one person's on, tell me if it is in vertical mode, which I didn't want, or is it in horizontal? Oh, those are French. I'm here to speak French. This is a backpacker neighborhood here, Manila. What an annoying experience with this live stream on the smartphone. If you're watching this on the restream, the quality is lower. When you're doing a live stream with the YouTube app, it's 720p, not 1080 or 2.7K or 4K. It's just 1080. Excuse me, it's only 720p. Oh well, that threw a monkey wrench into my plans. Now I'm a little disoriented in terms of what's really happening with this live stream. Because if I do this, then it's going to say no problem. But I don't want to do it vertical. I wanted to do it horizontal. I don't know what's working. Maybe this will be a total flop today. Well, let's walk this way. And I can't even see the comments section. Where the hell is it? Where are the comments? Oh no, nobody's coming on yet. So I don't see any comments appearing yet. I see it's on my left side, but no comments. 2 people on. 2 people are probably hearing me. Can you hear what I'm saying? Give me a thumbs up in the comment section. And is it vertical? Is the screen vertical or is it horizontal? I have my smartphone here on the gimbal in horizontal mode, which gives us a very panoramic view. And I got 2 thumbs up, but I don't know if that means that everything is flowing well or not. Hola, buenas tardes. He didn't want to be on camera. It wasn't my intention, but I thought he would say hi back, but he didn't. This is the Manila neighborhood. And Manila is a backpacker neighborhood and regular travelers as well. And there are a couple of hostels here and hotels and co-working spaces and co-living spaces as well. And you'll find some listings on Airbnb or Booking.com, all the same. And it has all these little restaurants. This street didn't have any restaurants before, maybe 1 or 2 a few years back, but now it has gotten better. Hola, ¿cómo están? So it's gotten better over the years because this is coming on to people's, like this is a co-working place here. I think it says, oh no, coffee and bakery. Nuestro Café, Casa Clandestina, clandestine house. What is it? Guest house. Oh, it's a guest house. It's called, I didn't know this one existed. Casa Clandestina, Guest House Manila, Medellin. You can always look for them on Instagram at Casa Clandestina Poblado if you are interested. And that's where your guest house would be. That's where I stay. I stay when I was in India. I stayed in some guest houses. In Pushkar, I stayed in one nice one. Urus, Peruvian gastronomy. Urus. They got the Peruvian Inca-looking thing there. It's already like a 2 p.m. So nobody around here. I guess this place is just being developed. This side, this street. I can hear you, but I am watching on a TV with so whether vertical or horizontal, I do not know. Okay, you're watching on the TV. I got you. Thank you, Addy Pickle. And eight paws, 8 paws. The view is horizontal. I can hear you well. Thank you. The visual is okay. Slightly better than when you started. Okay, that's because. Hola, ¿cómo le va, mi señor? Bien, bien, excelente. ¿Estaba haciendo ciclismo hoy o qué? Ah, la cicla de ruta. Yo tengo es una cicla de ciclomontañismo. So he's a bike rider. He loves cycling. ¿Cuántos años tiene usted? Usted sabe que se mantiene muy en forma.
¿Cuántos años?
¿Cuántos años tiene usted? Si puede preguntar.
65.
65, 65.
65.
65 está muy entero todavía. 65 years old and he rides bike. ¿Y cuántas horas montó hoy o cuánto tiempo, qué kilometraje hizo?
En este momento.
Hoy, sí.
No, hice nada más 120.
Apenas 120 kilómetros. Dice, today I only did 120 kilometers, that's it. Usted se suena muy modesto, ¿no? Muy humilde, 120. Es que ¿cuánto hace normalmente entonces?
No, los fines de semana hago 220, 180.
¿En un día?
Por ejemplo, íbamos a hacer 300, hoy íbamos a hacer 300.
Wow. Yendo hasta Sonsón y volviendo. Wow, they go all the way to Sonsón from Medellín and coming back. It's like 300 kilometers. ¿Pero qué?
Los frenó el agua en el alto de las Palmas.
Iban por allá y los frenó el agua. Oh, they were going up and they were at the top of Las Palmas, alto de Las Palmas, and it was raining up there, so that kind of like stopped them and they just went somewhere else. Entonces esperaron que el agua pasara y hicieron una ruta más corta.
Y ya no vinimos y tiramos de para abajo para el Alto de Minas.
Para el Alto de Minas, por Caldas, más para abajo de Caldas, después de Amagá y todo, ¿no? Qué bien, mi señor. ¿Cómo es su nombre?
Javier.
Javier, don Javier, gracias por este momentico. His name is Javier. Sí, esta es la gente que está viendo desde otras partes del mundo, Estados Unidos o Canadá o aquí en Colombia, pero de habla inglés. Entonces yo hago esto en vivo, este momento en vivo en YouTube y caminando y así mostrándole a la gente que quiera ver un poquito de los lugares. ¿Y cómo se llama usted, mi señor?
Samir Jiménez.
Samir Jiménez.
Sí.
Mucho gusto. Eddie. Eddie Toro, hijo de la vaca. No, pero hijo de la vaca, no. Toro sería el esposo de la vaca. Pero no tengo esposa, pero bueno. Don Javier y Samir Jiménez.
Un placer.
Un placer también, mis señores, que estén bien.
Bueno, usted también.
Y la pasen bien. No, van ustedes, que eso es puro ejercicio para el mango, para el manguito. For the heart, pure exercise for the heart. Muchachos, la buena, que estén bien. Bye bye. Gracias. People in Medellin are usually very friendly, and those two are examples, Samir and Don Javier. Very friendly people, and the guy said he only did 120K today, 120 kilometers. Hola, ¿cómo está? Bien, gracias. Está limpiando la casita.
Sí, señor.
Le están haciendo pinturita, mantenimiento. Qué bien.
Muchas gracias.
Esto ha cambiado mucho, ¿no? Esto primero era muy tranquilo. Recuerdo yo cuando llegué aquí en el 95, había una academia de baile por allí y yo fui a tomar clases de salsa y merengue porque no sabía bailar ninguna de las dos ni vallenato.
Y ya no está.
La academia se acabó porque eso fue en el 95, era una pareja ahí.
Hace por ahí que 2 años se le llevarían de ahí.
Todo duró mucho tiempo porque era una pareja casados por allí, en una casita de estas aquí a la vuelta, y ellos estaban ahí en el 95 y yo tomé clases en el 96. Dance lessons. Entonces apenas hace 2 años o 3 años se la llevaron. Oh, well, she's telling me the dance academy that I took classes when I first came to Colombia in 96 was right around the corner here, and they lasted until like 3 years ago, and then they moved out. It was a married couple. ¿Cómo es su nombre, mi señora? Ángela, mucho gusto, doña Ángela. Eddie Toro. Toro como la vaca. Gracias. Muchas gracias.
Bueno.
Que estén bien y que les vaya bien en la pinturita. Y ustedes aquí son de toda la vida, por lo que me imagino yo, ¿no?
Toda
de
la vida.
toda la vida, ¿no? Y no vendan, sigan disfrutando de esto y todo, para que se van a ir para otra parte cuando aquí todavía están, imagino que tranquilos.
Hasta que podamos con la ayuda de Dios.
Ah, sí, sí.
Se sabe que estos negocios lo sacan a uno.
No, pues que ustedes pueden pelear porque ustedes son locales y no pueden dejar que la gentrificación, y no es de los extranjeros, son los mismos nuestros,
No,
que están empujando mucho a la gente para afuera, a los propios locales, a la propia gente, ¿no? Y mucha gente dice que no, es que son los extranjeros como ese gringo, ese francés, o ese hijo de yo no sé cuántas, pero nosotros no tenemos ni idea. Y yo soy colombiano-americano, pero yo no nací aquí ni me crié acá, pero le culpan es que a uno por subir los precios, pero ¿quiénes son los dueños de las propiedades y eso?
de las propiedades, muy cierto.
Y mucha gente no quiere mirar eso. Y empieza entonces esa xenofobia y ese odio contra gente que no tiene que ver en el entierro.
Sí, señor.
Doña Ángela,
Bueno.
joven, que estés bien, hasta luego.
Estés bien.
Gracias.
Gracias a usted.
So she told me that they moved out, and she said as long as God helps, God wills it, that as long as it doesn't get expensive with taxes and whatever, they won't move out. But if they say that the businesses here are moving them out. And I said, yeah, that's gentrification, but that is not us foreigners that are doing that. That is not us foreigners. It's the local owners, because the locals are Colombian owners. A few maybe foreign companies might come in, and a few foreign investors, but that's the locals pushing out the locals. And the dance academy was on this block, and I think it was one of those houses right there. I remember the little garage thing, and wow, and that building is new. Trazos Urbanos. I don't know if that's a hotel or residential. Anyhow, yeah, this is where I used to come. Like this house right here was turned into a business. And I remember it was a dance academy. I did not know how to dance salsa, merengue, cumbia, vallenato, none of the Latin styles, Latin flavors. And mind you, I'm Colombian American, but I was born and raised in the United States of America, and I only knew how to dance hip hop, reggae, and that was it. And whatever pop music, and some headbangers ball, and that was it. So I learned back in '96 and '97. I took classes for like a few months, and I really learned how to dance salsa, which is very essential here if you're dating a Colombian woman that loves salsa and merengue and cumbia, and if you're going to parties that you're invited by the locals, when you really become friends with local people. And well, the phone is a little off angle right now because of the camera with the gimbal, because I'm using a gimbal to keep it steady in terms of the whatchamacallit, see more foreigners around here, whatchamacallit, the video stabilization, because this is a smartphone I'm using. I'm not using my GoPro. My GoPro is in my pocket. I'll show you my GoPro, but I don't do live streaming with a GoPro because that's just with a very new smart camera. This is my GoPro. I'm not using it right now. I've made a couple of video clips. That's a food area right there, but I guess maybe they got copyright music and I just don't want to get copyright claims. I won't get a strike, but I'll get a claim. We started the video right over there at the Purple Monkey Hostel. I had lunch over there at Vegan and Veggie, right across the street. That's a taqueria right there, Mexican food. And that's a street that's closed off, one little block with several restaurants. So let's keep going and see where the traffic is coming from. I gotta push up my sleeve so I don't get any sunburnt here, even though it's not sunny right now. And it just rained a little bit for a while ago while I was eating. So this neighborhood is called Manila. Let me see what you guys were saying, having looked at the comments. Thank you. So 8 Paul's gave me that information. No new comments. Just remember that when a live stream is being done, the video quality is only 720 with the YouTube app. That's what I'm using, the YouTube app to go live. That's what I basically use. I used Prism, but I don't use it anymore because they charge money, and I just keep it free. I keep it as freebie as possible, as cheapo as I can in terms of those things, because I don't do much live streaming anymore. I haven't done it basically like I used to when I lived when I was taking care of my mom in Envigado, or when I was in Mexico, that I did a couple of live streams. So you'll see a lot of foreign tourists here, a lot of foreigners from Europe, from North America, from South America, from Asia, because this area, like I said, it's a backpacker area, neighborhood, and also upscale. It's got both blends, like this Clemente Coffee and Brunch. This is not a cheap place, but they do have Monday through Friday at some of the restaurants here the daily lunch special. If you have any questions about Medellin, being an expat here, or possibly wanting to be an expat here, let me know about Envigado, about Sabaneta, about El Retiro, about Rio Negro. I've been here for 27 years total. I'm an expat myself. I became a citizen of this country back in 1996. I had a live Q&A last Sunday. I'm going to see if I do that once a month for anybody interested in relocating to Colombia. And do keep in mind that I do provide relocation tours using the vehicle that I have at my disposal, or walking tours, kind of like what I'm doing today, to take you where you want to go. And if you don't speak Spanish, and I'll be your translator, your interpreter. Uh-oh, this guy's backing up. It doesn't look like he's got a reverse light going on. So we're leaving the Manila neighborhood. That was just a bit of the Manila neighborhood here. And let's keep going. Thank you for you guys coming in on this long Thanksgiving weekend in the U.S. For those coming in from the U.S., connecting in the U.S., and anybody else connecting from anywhere else. You know, I had already advertised this a few days ago with a shorts reel. Oh, this is an Indian restaurant, Indian food. King Curry Restaurant Indian. It should be the other way around, Indian restaurant. But I guess it is what it is. And yep, okay. But I know a very good Indian restaurant here in El Poblado. There we go, Bao Bei, Asian contemporary cuisine. This restaurant over here is from the Mediterranean Arab type style food called Creta. Like if it's, I think, the island Crete, maybe whatever, and Mediterranean gastronomy. Could get to know the best of the Mediterranean gastronomy. And you got the QR scan thing there. And they even have Arab dances, Arab dance shows here live. And if you want to follow them, they're on Instagram or the website right there. And it's a very nice restaurant. I went in once to see how it looked, what it looked like maybe 3 years ago. And it's a very nice restaurant on the inside. So where are you guys connecting from? Let me know in the comments section. Where are you connecting from? Are you connecting from somewhere in the US, somewhere in Canada, somewhere in Asia, somewhere in Europe, somewhere in Africa, somewhere in South America, Central America, something? I could just wing it. That boy ain't from around here. He's no boy, he's a nice old chap. SWAT team, there we go. Nice little jungle here. There's a creek coming right down. Right there. Jungle looking, jungle-like. Colombians love Mexican food. Well, that's seafood over there. But just making a comment about Colombians loving Mexican food so much. This is Calle 10, 10th Street. Probably the most famous street here in Medellin in terms of travelers going up and down it to go to the metro station or coming from the metro station. There go the mountains of Antioquia, Colombia. And 10th Street, the metro station, Poblado metro station is all the way over there, about 5 blocks in that direction over there, or 6 New York City blocks. And there's always usually a lot of traffic going up 10th Street here, La 10. But we're not going to go that way right now. We're going to go explore a neighborhood that is right over there. And it's called Patio Bonito, meaning pretty patio, Patio Bonito. And then we'll go to La Milla de Oro, the Golden Mile. I'm just looking for a safe place to cross. Oh, I love Ford trucks. And I gotta just cross over. I'm gonna have to go over there where I'll be safer crossing, won't get my butt run over. I need to be around for the 13 dogs I have at home, that we have at home, not 13 monkeys like the movie. Look at that old Range Rover, or Land Rover, a yellow Land Rover. That's a nice old one. It's got camel on it and all. Nice. And this, I like this mural right here. This is El Éxito. It's a beautiful mural right there. Éxito is a supermarket chain. And this guy's got like these things that you can take back home if you like. There you go. I'm going to see the comments in a moment. I'm just going to pass by. Salsita. Oh, salsa from Puerto Rico, I think it is. Puerto Rican power. So I'm going to go into Patio Bonito, but I'm going to walk a little bit on Las Vegas Avenue first, so you can see a little bit. Now let me read. There goes another form. There are many forms you can see around here. Western New York, in the countryside, south of Canada. Oh yeah, I remember Maddie. You're from Jen, Easy Street with Jen's channel, right? I remember seeing you in her, I think with her Wednesday music trivia, movie trivia night live streams, I think in the past. Is that right, Addie? Am I right, or am I got it all wrong? So right over here is Las Vegas Avenue, Avenida Las Vegas. Somebody's giving massages here. I wouldn't get a massage on the street. Well, in India I would, but probably at one of those barber shops that some guys really give excellent massages, head massages and shoulder massages. The metro station's right over there, like a block and a half more, the Poblado metro station, and the Monterey Tech Mall is right over there where you can get your phone, computer fixed. It's right over there across the bridge. You see it kind of like that aqua blue color over there past the yellow handrails, guardrails. So now we're going this way. There go the Colombian color flags on that bus. Circular Sur, amarillo, azul y rojo, yellow, blue, and red. So this is Las Vegas Avenue. This is El Poblado. El Poblado has many neighborhoods, something like 20 plus neighborhoods in one area called El Poblado. And El Poblado makes part of Medellin. It's not a town, it's not a city, it's part of the city of Medellin. There's a good restaurant here called Falafel Halal or something, Halal. It's Pakistani and Indian food. So they got veggie options, chapati halal. It's Pakistani, the people, the man is a Pakistani, he's right there. And this restaurant is really good, chapati halal, the one on the left. And he's got chicken biryani, he's got also aloo palag, veggie pokaras, pokaras, oh my God. Man, I forgot the word in Hindi. And he's got other things, chicken tikka, but I don't eat chicken or beef or anything like that. But this is Pakistani Indian style food. I've eaten here once before, vegetarian dish. It was delicious. I ate a veggie biryani. And the man is from Pakistan. He cooks it. Sometimes his wife is there And then sometimes he has a couple of Colombian cooks there that he's already trained to cook. But he does it best, him, in terms of the veggie part for me. My friend Mikey O'Neill, when he was here last, he came here on one of his 2 trips. He's an old friend from the old neighborhood in New York. He's Irish American. His mom is Irish, his dad was Irish. And him and his siblings, born and raised in the US, but they got family back in Ireland, uncles and aunts that are still alive on his mom's side and on his dad's side. The O'Neills, nice folks. Miss Rita. And Mike O'Neill, he loved it here. Mikey loved it. He wants to come back again. So this is Las Vegas Avenue right here. But we're gonna go into Patio Bonito, the neighborhood, so you can get a little bit of it. Then walk through some of the neighborhood, part of the neighborhood of Patio Bonito, so you can see what kind of residential areas they have here, like houses. Usually it's mostly apartment buildings that are gated, in gated communities. If you have a dog here, a cat, La Casa del Granjero, which is a chain of agro products. They got dog food imported, everything, cat food and all of that. La Casa del Granjero. They have them all over, in Medellin, in Sabaneta, in Rio Negro, in, I forgot where else, a couple of shopping centers. And there go the police, and with some special units right there, with the machine guns. Well, remember, this country went through a hellish period of time in the 80s and 90s, and even the 2000s. So a lot of the battle scars still remain in the older people. Yes, from Jen's channel. Gotcha, thank you. I'm in southwestern US. Is there high-speed internet in the area? Yes, 8 balls. Are there any areas that have large properties? I have 2 huge dogs that need space. 8 paws. Now I know why it's 8 paws, because you have 2 huge dogs. I got you. In Medellin, you're not gonna really find, here in the city part, in the urban area, you're not gonna find houses with a lot of space, but you will find parks where you can take the dogs and walk around, but you won't be able to let them off the leash that easily. But if you're living out in Rio Negro, El Retiro, which is, Rio Negro is about an hour's drive from Medellin. El Retiro is about 40 minutes drive from Medellin, from this part, from El Poblado. And you'll find, like, you can rent or whatever, a country house that is fenced in. Some of them are fenced in, so your dogs don't get out, and they'll have like maybe 2,000 square meters to run around. We go by the metric system here. I forgot what the feet system is like, so you'll just have to please Google it, the conversion from meters, square meters to square feet, so you can get what like 2,000 square meters is, with a nice little country house, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom. Rental might be around, for a size like that in El Retiro or in certain parts of Rio Negro, you might be paying like $2,000 a month for a decent house. Not super luxurious or very luxurious, but decent, nice. Or $1,500 a month. It depends. It depends. Medellin Vibes Coffee. Well, the vibes ran out because I don't see any coffee. Oh, wait a minute. It's a hostel right over here. Another hostel in Patio Bonito. There you go. If you want cheap stays. And it's got like a swimming pool inside there. And that's the entrance. Oh, they have the music really loud over here. They're gonna kill me. I gotta live with it. They're celebrating because they love DSM. Oh, they're having a party there. A party. No, yeah, they're just happy. But let me just move away from the music. But I can't do much about it. I'm not gonna go crazy. Vegas de Patio Bonito. So if you wanna know the name of this neighborhood, that's Colombian music that's playing right there. Straight up country music, Colombian music. Patio Bonito is the name of this neighborhood. And it's quite quaint. It is a quite quaint neighborhood. There's a church over there, small church, 3 blocks over. Let's go to this neighborhood right here. And the high-speed internet connection, yes, Medellin is very well known in Colombia and for digital nomads from other countries for having a great internet connection, high speed. Yes, all you got to do is just make sure if you're going to rent a property through booking.com or Airbnb, or if you get it through a Facebook group, like you might join, like there's a thing called Medellin Community. You can look for it on Facebook or Google it, and it's MDE Community, and they're groups, and you can make connections with different expats that are here that can connect you with locals that have properties for rent. That's one way that you can network and branch out and get people to help you out with those particular situations for a rental. Because if you try to rent through a rental agency as a foreigner, you're going to be denied immediately because foreigners have no credit here, no credit history, no job, no cosigners, nothing. So the only way you can rent out a property, the only ways are through booking.com or Airbnb. Like I met a gentleman today when I was meeting up with my father, and we met a gentleman, 81-year-old from Illinois, from the state of Illinois, from the Green Bay area, and he's loving it here. He loves it, and he said he comes here. He came and he met the people through Airbnb, and he liked the place where he was staying. He paid for a few nights first, like 3 nights, and he liked it. And then he said, "Look, I want to rent for a month, for a whole 30 days. How much are you going to give it to me for?" And he was telling me that they gave it. It came out to like $13, $14 a night. A room, not an apartment, just a room in someone's home, and with all the conveniences like shared kitchen, shared refrigerator. It's got its own personal bathroom or private bathroom, and it's over there by the. It's in the Laureles area, the second most popular spot in Medellin for travelers when they come over there. Laureles, a lot of co-working spaces around there with high-speed internet connections. It is. I mean, Medellin does not have a negative reputation for high-speed internet connections. It has a positive one. The Four Winds. Oh, this is a natural food shop where they sell coffee or desserts or like quinoa or some nuts, dried nuts. Look at here, Cuoca, co-working space right here. You were asking about that 8 Paws. If you want to be going to co-working spaces and you're living in one of these areas, but if you get a rental here, this is going to be very expensive because this is prime real estate area, Patio Bonito. You're not going to get a big house or a house with a lot of land. It doesn't happen like that. You might have a backyard, but it'll be just, small backyard, nothing big, something maybe like this on the side, but on the side of one house. But usually these houses are all like attached to each other these days with the walls. But inside on the backside, some of these houses, look at this house. This is one of the old houses that hasn't sold out to anybody. And they got their nice little space in there. Can't really see much. But if they have dogs here, they have a little space right there to run around inside. Not a whole lot. Oh, it's more like a business. I just saw now. It was a house, but converted into a business. It looks like it's got a little cafeteria and all that. This is Patio Bonito. Okay, and this is another house. These are the big houses. Some of these people haven't sold out yet because they're just fattening up the real estate, the property, prime property. Remember, I'm not looking constantly at the comment section because I'm walking. I gotta watch where I'm stepping, where I'm placing my feet. I don't want any more falls because I already messed up my leg 3 weeks ago at that hike with the law firm I work with in Concepcion, Antioquia, a small town. And I had to be stitched up. My leg, I had to be taken to the ER and gotten stitched up. They offer menu of the day here. Menu of the day, they're usually about 25,000 pesos. That's about $6 US. This is a hotel right here. Da Branzo, whatever. It's a hotel. Hotel Sites. That's the name of the hotel, Sites, Sites. You can always look for them on booking.com or whatever. So Patio Bonito, kind of like the houses part, in terms of houses, just ended the end. This part is where they got the buildings. I'm gonna see with the gated communities. I'm gonna see what messages are here. Trying to see. I don't know why the screen went a little dark. I mean, I can't make out anything. I might have to put on my glasses. I don't know if the screen lighting adjusted itself on the phone, and I just can't make out what is being written. And then I gotta put on my glasses and see what it is you guys are commenting or asking. Okay, so you said thank you. Okay, gracias. No big vehicles and a lot of motorcycles, guessing because streets are smaller, small inner city. No. There are a lot of vehicles around here, but this is a private neighborhood. You know, Addy and Eight Paws. This is a neighborhood, and this is not a lot of through traffic here. This is more like the local residents, as you see, moving through here. And of course, Colombia does have a lot of motorcyclists. Oh, I like to respond. It's just when I'm doing a walking live stream, as opposed to just sitting down at home like I did last Sunday. But most of my live streams, like 95%, have been walking live streams. And when I'm doing that, I have to be careful where I'm stepping, because I already had one accident back in 2022 in downtown Medellin that to this very day I still have the problem with my foot. I messed up my big toe, like right where the big toe meets the rest of the foot in terms of the bone. I really messed it up big time, and that was painful as can be. And I still have the lump there that formed out of the fall. It has never healed, fully recovered. I guess that's just life. So these are the gated communities, you know, they got armed private security that is from a company, and they let people in that they know live there, and the ones they don't know, they ask, who are you, or where you're going, who are you going to visit. Well, let's walk through this part here and then go up the other way. I know this area almost like the back of my hand, because before I had a car and everything, at the beginning when I came to live here in 1995, I used to walk a lot around here because I became an English language teacher in 1996, and then I would have, from 1997 to 1998 onward, I would get private students. You know, I was a private tutor. The families would hire me to come and teach their children or adult children that were at university, in college, to improve their English language skills. These were people with money. So I used to come around here. I didn't have a car or motorcycle in those days. I used to be a party animal. I would just spend my whole check on partying and expensive clothing and whatever. And then later on, after being here for 6 years or so, or 7 years, back in 2003, I think it was, I got myself a car. Took a long time because I didn't really save up money in those days. So I know these places well. I used to come to some of these gated communities to teach. I would just go there, like that guy's over there, going into right there, the front gate, and he talks to the front gate security guard and says, I'm going to this apartment in this tower block. Can you please announce me? I'm the teacher. And whoever, and he would announce, and I would go in and go to the building, the thing I needed to go to. The ice cream man, the ice cream man. Que venda bastante helado. Told him sell a lot of ice cream. I'm gonna buy an ice cream. Más bien, ¿me vendes un heladito, mi señor? Pero hágase por aquí para que no lo vaya a pisar un buzo, es que un buzo, un carro o algo así por acá.
Está lleno de carros. Voy para arriba y me vine porque no hay a quien venderle nada.
No hay gente para venderle. He said, there are no people around today to sell ice cream too. Bueno, yo voy a ser uno de sus clientes. ¿Qué tienes hoy, mi señor? ¿Qué helado tienes por aquí? Un heladito bueno.
Bien bueno, está la polé, el bocato, la miel, la drácula.
¿Tiene algo como de fruta?
Sí,
¿Qué sabores tienes de fruta?
de fruta tengo de piña y de fresa.
Piña y fresa. ¿Qué será bueno en este momento? ¿Será piña mejor o qué?
Dijo lo que se le provoque.
¿Cuánto vale esta?
6,000.
6. $1.50. A pineapple like fruit pop. Let me get my money out of my bag and pay the man. $6,000 pesos. This is about $1.50. Mi señor, gracias.
A usted por la colaboración, Benito. Dios le pague.
Con gusto, mi señor. Y que la pase muy bien. Me favor, me la abre para yo
Tenga
poder.
una
Que como,
feliz Navidad, que Dios me lo ayude bastante.
he's wishing me a happy Merry Christmas. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and that may God help me out. Muchas gracias, mi señor. ¿Cómo se llama usted?
Leo,
Leo, don Leo. His name is Leo. Muchas gracias. Una feliz Navidad y felices fiestas y feliz año.
usted también, mi vida.
Y que venda bastante esto porque yo sé que la situación no es fácil.
Sí, pero gracias al Señor da uno con gente bueno.
Gracias. Que esté bien. I was telling him I hope he sells a lot of ice cream today because I know the situation ain't easy right now for a lot of Colombians. He's an old man, Don Leo, Mr. Leo, and he's trying to find clients because they just probably make a commission in terms of how many ice cream bars they can sell today. Let me see what people are commenting. Yeah, I love ice cream. Yeah, me too. Normally I'm a chocolate man. I love chocolate. But right now with this walk and talk live stream and walking around, but it's not as hot today because it became overcast again. So it's cooler. I don't like hot weather. I don't like very warm weather either. A little warm is all right, but more than a little warm for me is not a good thing. I don't like it. So we're going up this way. Kind of reminds me when I was a teenager in New York City, or I think even in South Carolina, when the ice cream man used to come around in the ice cream truck and you would hear the music playing. There are a lot of motorcycles, as you can see here. I used to love the bomb pop that had the red, white, and blue, the colors of the US flag. I used to love that bomb pop. It was a popsicle like this. This is pineapple. It's another gated community called Guaduales de Patio Bonito. And this is, a lot of people prefer this that have the money because it's better security. Nobody gets in or out unless it's an inside job. And you're pretty much well protected. And there goes me the reflection over there. And I remember being in some balconies, not in this gated community, but in some other balconies, teaching the daughter or the son of some family, Colombian family. And they liked having me because I'm an American, a native speaker. They didn't see me as a Colombian, especially because I couldn't speak Spanish as well as I do now in terms of pronunciation and all. Oh shit, the guy didn't have a turn signal. And a lane change, like he's gonna turn, he just turned. That's one of the things about Colombia. They don't like using their signals to signal a lane change or turn. They just don't. Well, a lot of people don't. I've had that experience for 27 years here. As a pedestrian, as a motorcycle rider, and as a driver. Here comes Build Your Dream, or is it Kia? I don't like these vehicles. They're too futuristic. I'm an old school pickup truck or SUV kind of a man, old school. Anything before 2000 in general was my cup of tea. It is like Frogger trying to cross the road. Addy, you should be in downtown Medellin. That's where it's definitely like Frogger, or around San Juan Avenue there, or Los Colores or Calle Colombia. That's crazy. I remember there was a video I made in India, in Delhi, in New Delhi, and I remember making a comment, this is like Frogger, because I was literally dodging vehicles, buses, motorcycles, tuk-tuks, cars, in a roundabout right there near the India Gate monument to the fallen soldiers of India during the different wars. And I remember that was definitely like Frogger. I don't remember which video it was, but it was at the beginning of my last trip to India, my second trip to India back in 2023. If you ever saw that or ever see that, you'll understand that that was the real Frogger comment. Wow, this thing is good. The brand is Tosh. It's a brand that is widely sold in Colombia in terms of healthy crackers, cookies, granola cereal, and now even ice cream. This area of El Poblado is not Patio Bonito anymore. They call it the Golden Mile neighborhood. Everything here is very expensive in terms of properties. If you want to buy an apartment here, like San Lorenzo, which is an old gated community, or any of these places, and even though they're old, they're highly sought after. The gate is open automatically. I remember my friend's parents lived here, or live here, still live here, and they're big apartments, big balconies, as you can see. And one of my friend's parents live here, and two of his siblings. And these are all gated communities, and these are expensive. Not cheap to buy. The square meter here is very, very expensive. Medellin, in some areas, has become even more expensive than Bogota. This area is super safe. Police presence is big, a lot of CCTV, and the gated communities with their own private security detail. And they're all armed, usually, especially at the gate, at the entry gate to the property. Oh, wow. I never knew all these years there's a house that still exists here. This is what you want, 8 paws. And there are 2 dogs over there, 2 8 paws. A chocolate retriever, or black retriever, and a white one over there. That's big. That's what you want. And this is here. All these years, and I never noticed that. And I've walked through here many times, passed through here, motorized vehicle and all. Never noticed until right now. You always learn something or see something new every day, even though you don't notice. Yeah. Also, the ice cream man doesn't go, those trucks don't exist anymore with that classical music. Or what was it? I forgot what the sound was. Some people in this area are uptight. They don't like cameras. But I'm not pointing it at them. I'm just vlogging. I'm not a player. I just vlog a lot. Not really. What didn't I do? Vlog. Make videos. Not the live streams, but the videos themselves. In the garage, the parking garages are usually 1 level below ground or half a level. This is the Oviedo sector of the Golden Mile. And Oviedo, like a city in Spain, Oviedo. And she's getting entry. That's how I used to get into these communities to teach, or in my car or my motorcycle. Well, this thing is melting on me. I'm gonna not talk for a few minutes until I finish off this popsicle, I mean. Up in the bush. Ah, this is so delicious. So refreshing. Really needed this. Got a sensor. Okay, I got it. But these guys are gonna like not let me. It's like Frogger. It's like Frogger, and that guy just blew the red light. Wow. The thing hasn't even changed yet. And some people just blow it, they don't care. One of the things I don't like about Colombia, some people are still disrespectful, and that's why there have been many pedestrian fatalities and injuries on the Colombian roadways and streets in cities. Colombia has a lot of positive points, but it's also got some negative ones working against it. People are very nice in Medellin and Envigado. They are really nice people. Really, there are many. And I like that some of these places have little garbage bins, and I just threw it in there, the little popsicle stick. Because if I don't throw it in there, then I'll just see the gated communities and the gate closes, stuff like that. We're right behind the Oviedo. No, not right behind, a block away from the Oviedo shopping center. This is considered the financial district. A lot of banking offices here, bank offices from major bank corporations have their like important offices here, and leasing companies, whatever, financial institutions, hotel novelty. And they got a couple of medical offices or medical centers for customers around here. Let me see what somebody's saying. Water dams, yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of property for the area, definitely. Dogs are dogs to dig, yep. What kind of power? Water dams. There's a water dam or water reservoir called Los Salados in El Retiro, that's one. In El Retiro, and then there's another one in Guatapé called Embalse de, I don't know if it's Guatapé or whatever, and that's the major one, big one, built in the 70s with foreign companies, foreign engineers and everything, and they feed the state of Antioquia here, or the department, El Departamento de Antioquia, and they also feed other parts of Colombia, and they even sell energy to other countries in South America. I remember working for ISA or ISAGEN and working with one of the top brass or top high ranking executives and telling me about having business selling power to Chile or Argentina or something. I was like, really? Wow. Got Mitsubishi Electric, the Golden Mile building over here. They got a BMW dealer over there. Let me see if I can walk through these people. Con permiso. So now here we're on Poblado Avenue. That's a casino I would recommend staying away from. You'll leave all your money and savings and your life in there. Those things are a death trap. False illusions, false promises. Nobody ever really wins anything big. And I'm talking about big because it's all rigged. We got a Starbucks over there, another casino, another hotel here. I think this one's called Hotel Poblado Plaza, yeah. A nice entrance right there, the lobby. But I'm gonna start, how long have we been on the air for? 55 minutes. You're not interested in seeing shopping centers. You're more interested in seeing people moving around, about, and whatever. So let's see which other way we can go. See what other comments are in here that I gotta answer. My your Rottie dog loves to dig to burn off energy. Okay, gotcha. A pause. A couple of the dogs at home because they are offshoots of Basset hounds. Their grandmother was a Basset hound. I remember her name Pecas, meaning freckles, a pure Basset hound. And she had some puppies, and we adopted 3 of them, but they were not pure. 2 survived, 1 died, and then one of the pups, a male, got together with a beagle mix that I rescued. That's over here, the shopping center there, the mall, one of the oldest ones in Medellin. But I'm not gonna go in there, and plus they won't let me vlog inside the mall. They're very high about their security. Now, when a pedestrian goes on a pedestrian thing here on a crosswalk or a zebra, you're supposed to stop. But this is Colombia. The rules are on paper, but they don't apply in reality. But the bus guy did let me pass by. This is another little shopping center. It used to belong to Pablo Escobar. And for many years it was abandoned, never finished. And then after it was cleared of all the mess that Mr. Escobar left behind in terms of properties, they sold it off. I don't know who, what, where, when, why. And now it's a mall with different shops in there, bars, restaurants, all that stuff. Let me see, where were we? Every country has good and bad. Some have more good, some have more bad. And I say that every country has the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. And how much of the good, how much of the bad, how much of the ugly, and how much of the beautiful, that depends on each country. That's all variable. Dogs can help with planting flowers, of course. All the poop they drop for fertilizer as well. Now I'm on Poblado Avenue, la Avenida del Poblado. I'm on Poblado Avenue here, and we're walking towards La 10, back towards Manila, but we're not going towards Manila because then we're going to walk up the hill up 10th Street and then check out these other areas that they have around there. Here you'll just see a lot of foreigners that are staying in, they have a lot of hotels around here, Holiday Inn Express. They have a lot of other hotels. They got Toro here, which is a chain across Colombia now that is just growing and growing and growing. These are the indigenous people of Peru or Ecuador or Colombia. They are the natives. They were here before we came, before the conquistadors arrived. And it's a red light, man, don't go. But still the guy takes the light. Anyway, like I said, why bother? City Express Plus, that's another hotel. So this is all high end. If you go up that way, like those cars going up that way, that's all the hills. The hills, Poblado Hills, where the rich live. Middle upper class and upper class. You have to have really good money to pay for a rental or have a property and pay for the property taxes living up here. This used to be all just farmland 40 years ago and back into like in 85 or whatever it was. Just a lot of farmland. None of this existed in general. Just a few buildings here and there. Oviedo Shopping Center, that was it. I remember it was just a lot of green when I would come here on vacation. Mind you, remember I was born and raised in the US. That's why my English is 100% native, because I was born and raised there. And I speak Spanish only because our mom and dad spoke Spanish at home to us as children. But we didn't have a very high level or a very intermediate level of Spanish. We had like upper elementary to lower pre-intermediate Spanish speaking skills. Mine improved because I came to live here. Man, 27 years now in this country total, and I speak a lot of Spanish to people when I'm down here or with family members. At the beginning, I was doing that a lot, and with my ex-girlfriend, 4 years, we spoke almost all the time in Spanish, like 95%. So all of that, plus I went to college. I went to a university here, and I had to really learn how to write better Spanish because my Spanish sucked in terms of Spanish writing skills, the spelling, conjugation. It was just horrible, and all of that improved big time because of that. So, like I said, all the hills up this way is just those are hills. Everything just goes up, 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 up. This is the flat part, and it goes down a little more, and then it's the lower part. But this is the lower part of El Poblado. Like I said, this is the Golden Mile, La Milla de Oro. And most of these places here are financial offices, banking and financial companies, investment, stock trade and everything. Estelar, Milla de Oro. That's the name of that hotel over there. I guess it's a hotel. Avenida, whatever. I don't know if that's a hotel or whatever right there. And they have a Juan Valdez coffee shop there, a cafe. And this is an electronics shop right here. And they have Black Days because of Black Friday. Even Colombia does that these days. And Da Vivienda is a national bank here chain, Da Vivienda. And they got the corporate tower here, like I said. Corporate tower, Torre Empresarial. Let me see, I saw some other comments here. Rio Sur. The name of that building was Rio Sur, meaning South River, or River South if you translate literally. And what's the other one? Those traffic, what? Are found in every big city. Those, yeah, this little ball that won't let me see the message. What the heck? There we go. Those traffic issues, yeah. I don't know, my screen goes dark a little bit. I don't know why. This is an old phone. I'm the old school type of person until the phone conks out, until it's dead, like dead on arrival and no way to resuscitate it. I won't change it for a new phone, for a new smartphone. I've had this phone over 6 years now, since October. October, it became the full year that I've had this phone. It's a Chinese phone. It's been very good, but now it's just slowing down. This mall is a restaurant mall. It's un mall de gastronomía. And they have restaurants on the second level, the third level, like Sushi Light. They got Papa John's down here. They got other businesses in there, other shops and whatever, but it has been known in the past for restaurants. And Hacienda, Origen, and Parmesano, Tostado, different things, different stuff here. That's like a tour bus, a bunch of people getting on that tour bus. That's one of them. I've never seen a tour bus like that before. Like no markings on it or whatever. This area is super safe. I mean, for you to get robbed here, it's like not impossible, but highly, highly unlikely. Highly unlikely, because this is one of the safest areas of the city of Medellin. Super safe. There is no 100% safe factor in any city in any part of the world, unless the whole city is gated and they check at every entry point for weapons, and there are no weapons in the city or no knives, unless it's whatever. That's like utopic. That's unreal. The day has been mostly overcast, but now the clouds are just breaking and some sun is coming through. You can see some blue skies now, but most of the day has been overcast. This morning it was totally overcast when I left the country house up in Guarne, where I live. I just didn't come in the truck today because I wanted to do this, and I wanted to make some video clips for my regular videos that I will be editing soon, about the neighborhood of conquistadores for expats who are interested in living in Medellin. And a few have expressed on other channels, not on this one, but on other channels, interest in Conquistadores neighborhood, which is right next to Unicentro shopping mall in Medellin. Now here we are in this area, which is just mad expensive, very expensive. If you got a lot of money, then you can afford to live in this area. If you don't have a lot of money, you can kiss your dream of living in this area goodbye. But there will be other areas. Where? Bogota? What? Medellin. This is the city of Medellin, the second most important and largest city in Colombia. I couldn't make a thumbnail. I made a thumbnail, but for some reason, I had trouble fixing up my live stream thing, which I normally have no trouble with, but the last few times in the last 8 months, I've had a difficulty like twice or three times trying to get everything done right. And I guess it's because I'm out of practice. And where I would like put up the thumbnail, give a name of the title, and it wouldn't let me. I tried the first time and I ended the live stream immediately right before this, like 4 minutes before this. It just went on live. I hit the wrong button, and I said, no, I gotta end this. I gotta put up the whatchamacallit, the thumbnail that said live stream from Medellin, Colombia, and it was just all right, and I was gonna write the title too, and I don't know. Everything went south on me, and I thought it was going to be a total bum, a total, fiasco. But so it's good. 5 of you are here. Funny thing, I put up the short reel on Thursday, and right after I put up the Happy Thanksgiving message, like photo and message on the post, and then I put up the video. I think it was on Thursday. A short video, 55 seconds long only, vertical, not the reel, saying that I'm going to do this today. And I had like 650 views on the short reel. So I was like, oh, maybe a lot of people are going to join this live stream today. But no, I guess people are still hungover from overdosing on turkey meat, on white turkey meat and cranberry sauce. No, tranquila. And cranberry sauce and whatever, and mashed potato and gravy. And a little bit of the wine, you winos, you. Yeah, it is what it is. But I enjoy this because I also get a lot of exercise. I don't have a smart watch. I think they're smart Alex, smart asses, telling me what to do and whatever, sometimes giving me recommendations. I had a smart watch for like a short period back in 2019 or 2020. And then I don't know what happened to it. I think it disappeared on its own. I think I made it. I told Scotty to beam it somewhere else. Beam it out of my sight. And old Scotty, the Irish, not the Scottish man, he just said, aye, Captain, I will beam it out of your sight, sir. Well, not a good impersonation of Montgomery Scott, otherwise known as Scotty the Engineer on Enterprise. Diners Club International. That's the building right there. I don't know which is the country in Latin America, from Mexico all the way down to Argentina and Brazil and Chile, which country has the most amount of freaking motorcycles. But Colombia, like in major cities like Medellin and Bogota, and especially on the Caribbean coast like Cartagena, Barranquilla, and little places like Lorica, I remember it was like a swarm of bees coming at me. I remember going to an island called Isla Fuerte, literally meaning strong island, and it was like a swarm. It was never ending. I couldn't cross because there was no crosswalk, no traffic light for pedestrians. I was trying to cross the street and I couldn't. It took me like I had to wait 7 minutes to find a little gap and risk it. That was another Frogger episode. So I don't know which country in South America or Latin America in general has the most amount of freaking motorcycles, but Colombia, it's got to be up there in the top five. I don't know if Venezuela or Peru. But just look at it. And most of the motorcycles that you will ever see are very cheap, like the AKT NKD version. It's one of the cheapest one, and poor people can afford it to buy it because they finance it to 6 year purchases, 7. That's the only way they can get a vehicle to move around to go to work faster and get home faster. Because if you don't have a motorcycle here in Medellin to get around, you're gonna be stuck in traffic and spend a lot of time commuting. And some of these people come from really poor neighborhoods and they gotta commute. This is like where they got medical buildings, like good surgeons and everything. That tower over there, that's the BBVA building right here, the corporate tower for the bank. And this is Clínica Medellin Poblado. Right there it says Clínica Medellin. And it's supposed to be good. I don't know if it's still good. Don't want to find out either. That's a smart building right there. I remember I came to teach a few classes here right before the pandemic hit back in 2019, early 2020. And they have Globant, one of the global companies for software programming and everything about programs and software and computers. And their office is like 2 floors, and it was just all like surreal. And that building is only like 6 years old or something to the effect, or 7. And it's like it was state of the art at that moment. This is the Hotel Dan Carlton. Right now they have the Italian festival, what is it? The cuisine festival, Italian right now from the 6th until tomorrow, the 30th. Sponsored by Air Europa and whatever. That's the Dan Carlton Hotel. It's been here for many years, like 20 years or more than 20. Okay, the name of this place is One Plaza Business Center. And they got a Starbucks there. They got a home, in terms of home decor, in terms of a home, very expensive stuff. They got the Lerner bookshop. And they got a WeWork point over here. Place, whatever, branch, site, WeWork. I don't know if they say we work and nobody works, but they say we work. Let me see what comments are in here now. Okay, you're here by accident. I got you. I am stoned, so I don't remember. Addie is stoned. Yeah, somebody was asking Bogota. No, this is Medellin, as I said before. He hurt his foot once answering while walking, so he doesn't do that anymore. Yeah, that's true, Addie. I don't do that anymore. I make a stop while I'm walking really slowly because I got to keep an eye on the sidewalks. As you can see, some sidewalks, some parts are messed up. Some things have protruding stuff. Sometimes they have holes, uneven, whatever. I never saw the short, so here we go. I'm here by accident. Got you. You're looking for real into Colombia, not touristy stuff. Good. If you need any help, 8 Paws, I do video consult calls for a fee. You can just contact me. In one of my videos, you'll see my contact information. I always leave them in each video, either on screen or in the description box below the screen. You can always contact me at just my email. It's simple, Toro, and then Edwin, like that, at yahoo.com. And we can do a video consult call for a fee for an hour, and you can ask me all the questions you want that are specific to your interest, to your what you want. You are in the right place then for real info. Yeah, I remember he did. Oh yeah, I'm reading Addie's thing. Get this little ball out of the way. I remember he did a drive with his brother-in-law out in a rural area to a little town. My brother-in-law. Well, that must have been in a parallel universe. Addie, I don't have a brother-in-law. I have my brother and he's got his wife. She's my sister-in-law, but that's about it. But into the rural, I think that was my friend Mikey, but I'm not sure. Or, well, I'm not stoned, but I hit my head hard with a broomstick, I mean a mop stick 2 days ago. Hey, look at the squirrel just running with a little food. Oh, So cool eating this little snack up there. Some of this guy is an artisan working with wood, right there making his wood stuff. Wow, look at that. Nice woodwork. You'll find him here. I've seen him here a few times, so you'll find him here. And people here assembling their stuff that they hand make themselves, and then they come here and they sell them. And they get ready for the tourists that come out, like the freaks come out at night. We work. There it goes. We work. We will rock you. Dun, dun, dun. That's as far as I go with the singing. Let's go to this nice little park. Oh, which way is it that I can go to the park? I'm trying to remember. This is La Presidenta stream. Teach you a little Spanish word here. Quebrada means stream. It's a small, rivulet, stream. And this one's called La Presidenta. And Medellin has 4,217 streams. But it's also in English. You can always pause the video if you're watching this later on, if it's clear enough. And you got the map of the legends. No, I'm not a legend. I'm just here. Which way is it that the path goes through that I can walk? I think it's through over there. Yeah. And we go over the green part and hit Jarrah's Park, which now is more like a nightmare. Hellish place. It used to be good back in the day. Tulum. No, we're not in Mexico. Not on the Mayan Riviera. Though I was in Tulum back in 2021 for the day. Yeah, this is the path. And I go up this way and keep going up. This is La Presidenta path, like sometimes office workers, when they're having their lunch break and they've had their lunch, they come out here and relax for a little bit just to de-stress from the craziness. There's a restaurant here. They got even an eco laundry mat here. Laundry, wash, dry, fold, open. If you're a traveler and you need your laundry done, right here. This place is called Zorba. They got good veggie pizza here. It's got 2 floors, 2 levels. I've been here like 2 or 3 times. And then there's a Indian food restaurant right above over there. That little part, that little plastic there, but you can't see it from here. Above bread factory is called Zaika. Great Indian food, owned by an Indian family and operated by Indian cooks, Indian chefs. It's right up there, or a little further over. I forgot where it is exactly. Zaika. I'm planning to go back there with some friends maybe this coming month of December. Well, the stream ain't that clean. And that's the locals, not foreigners. Oh, look at a little dachshund, 2 of them. Oh, I love these dogs. I love dogs in general. Like 8 paws, 2 pairs, 4 paws, 8 paws. So people doing here their exercise. And here go the 2 beautiful dogs. Hola, ¿cómo están? Tan lindos, lindas, lindos. Digo lindos, son 2 niños. 2 beautiful guys. Hey, buddies, how are you? Hola, bebé. Hola, viejita. Viejito digo, viejito. Hola, bebé. Chao, chao, bebé. ¿Vio? Amigo. Chao. Ciao. Ciao, niños. I love dogs. And the little ones, they're not going to bite me. And if they do, oh well, I'll survive. It won't be a big problem. Buenas tardes, ¿cómo están? The little dog is still following me. Venga, perrito, para atrás. Come on. You got to go back this way. Se le fue. Come on. Hey, buddy. Come on, buddy. Hace más caso una piedra estática, ¿no? Turrón. Turrón. You run, you run. Oh, wow. So some police presence here. There's another police officer over there just relaxing. So this area is pretty well protected. Like I said, nothing is guaranteed that nothing will happen to you, especially at night. You don't want to be walking around here late at night because that's when the freaks come out because people are partying. This is the party district. From there on up, on that side, you'll see that is the party district. Oh, look at this. How interesting these plants are. Looks like a pair of little peach halves or tangerine halves or quartz like pieces, quarter pieces. This is part of the Dan Carlton area of the hotel for events, big events. When I get up to one part here, I'll stop and I'll look at what messages are being left or questions. This is guadua. It's similar to bamboo, and it does give a fresh feeling when it's hot. And that's the dog kennels for the dogs that the company, the hotel manages. Smells a little bit like chlorine bleach. And here is one of the religious little like shrines to the Virgin Mary and baby Jesus right there. Yeah, it smells like heavy. There goes the police. And it smells like bleach, like heavy bleach. Ooh, that's getting me dizzy. Get the hell out of here. I don't know why it smells like chlorine, like heavy chlorine. Ooh. Oh boy. In this area is where you can get scopolamine or scoped. As some people say in Spanish, we call that drug scopolamina. Hola, ¿cómo están? And that's not this scopolamine. The Germans used it during World War II to interrogate their prisoners of war, POWs, especially higher ranking, military people from that they would capture from the U.S. Army from the U.S. military or the British military or whatnot. It was called the nickname was the Truth Serum, and they would like say to you, the truth will set you free. Not really, but they used it on prisoners of war. There's a Harley Davidson shop right up here. So when I get up over here and start walking towards Jarrah's Park, I'll look at the comment section to see what's coming in. I'm not the most famous YouTuber there is here, or very popular for that fact. This is a hobby for me. I love doing it. This past Monday, I posted a video why I have been making videos since 1990. If you haven't seen that video, it's like a 10, 11-minute video. Feel free. No strings attached, no commitment. Feel free to take a gander. Take a look. And I'm showing some old video clips of when I was in high school with my best friends and everything, and of New York City across the Hudson River from the New Jersey side. You can still see the Twin Towers there and all of that in 1991, and then some video clips here in Colombia, also 1991 Christmas family party, stuff like that, and another one in the town where my father and his family are from, here in Antioquia. Another video clip, old clip, and the other part of the video while I'm talking is me with the dogs at the country house. Current day Eddie, not 1991 Eddie. But then again, in those video clips, you don't see me because I specifically left myself out so you could just focus more on the people and the things. But I took out the audio of my mom at Flushing Meadow Park with some friends and my father for Colombian Independence Day in the summer of 1991. I had just graduated from high school. This is Jarrah's Park. So I'm going to stop right here for a moment, and I'm just going to see what other information you guys are asking me for at this moment, because let's see what you're saying. I don't see. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, it was a guy. Yeah, a dog or something. It was a doggy. Hey, Stephen, what's up? Stephen. Sorry, man, I'm just tired. I was living in Jersey during the 90s. I should have waved across the Hudson. Yeah, Addy. You'll see it. You'll see the shipyard, whatever, not shipyard, whatever, the bay there by 42nd Street on the west side in the video and everything. So this is Jarrah's Park, but this has become a hellish of a hole because a lot of prostitution is here now, especially with ladies from abroad, from other countries, and it didn't used to be like this. This place used to be so cool. I used to come and party here back in the late 90s after I moved here from the US in 95. I used to come here, and it wasn't this popular. It wasn't this congested with people. There weren't all these shops here. It was just a lot less, a whole lot less, not even 70% of what it is now was back here in those days. And a lot of things have changed. Like that thing is new right there, big. And there was this thing on the corner over here that we're gonna see in a moment. It's called Taboo now. And now they have this shop too, like clothing shop for young people, stylish wear for young ones, young bucks. I remember there used to be an ATM, a Bancolombia ATM right here. And this is like a bar, nightclub, like the rabbit from Willy Wonka, White Rabbit, or from from that other movie. What the hell? I forgot. Alice in Wonderland. And we used to take money out from the ATM here, from the Bancolombia ATM. And I remember in the year 2000, there was a bomb that was detonated here. I wasn't here partying at that time, but I remember I was. And this place used to be called Orleans, like New Orleans, Orleans. Now it's called Taboo. It's a disco bar. And there was a Volkswagen that was rigged with an explosive. And they left it here, the assailants. And it was right here, and it blew up. And people were, some people died. There was a lady that used to sell fast food right here. She died, unfortunately. I used to come here a lot, and we used to buy food from the hot dog stand here. There was a hot dog and burger stand right here, and we would just hang out and sit on the steps. This park was remodeled recently, but now it just became a whole different story. And I don't know if they cleaned it up, but there usually would be like 2 or 3 women together, walking in pairs of 2 or 3s, and just, you know, offering their services to people that look foreign. If you look foreign, they would approach you. I remember this back in 2020, after the pandemic ended, the lockdown, and that was a bar I used to come to. It was a cafe bar. It was a cafe bar. Oh, less than 10% battery power left. Okay, so that means my thing is going to run out. This is Jarris Park. Let me just go over here, show you the other infamous area that I just don't like anymore, but some people do. So it's going to run out of battery. And yeah, it's been an hour and 25 minutes. It's good. I want to go home. I want to just head home now to the countryside, but I'm going to show you the last part of this area here. But when you're around here, you'll get the whiff of some weed in the air, and then people doing all kinds of crazy stuff, like I said. But I think they cleaned up a little bit, because a lot of these street walkers used to be here offering their services, and they would be hanging around here. But maybe it's too early right now. It's only like 4 p.m. or something, and like the old Houdini song, the freaks come out at night. Houdini. I used to listen to a lot of hip hop and rap back in the 80s, in addition to country music and pop and classic rock. When I was a teenager growing up, and pop music, you know, Tears for Fears, and some headbangers, ball hair rock like Led Zeppelin and whatever, Poison. So this is the whole Calle 10 area. This is the Jarris Park. We just came from Provenza's up that way. I'm gonna make some video clips up there from a video that I'm gonna be making soon. So I'm just gonna stop this right now. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna see the last comments, and then just call it a day. You're welcome, Stephen. Is there recycling in the city? There are people who recycle, and they also, the trash pickup say that you have to recycle your garbage and leave garbage in certain bags for recycling. And then you got the local recyclers, the poor people that walk around with their things, and they pick the garbage and they take at some places what is recyclable and leave the rest that cannot be recycled. And yep, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Addy and 8 Paws. Thank you for having come here. If you guys have any other questions, you can always leave me in comments of regular videos that I post. And I'm just gonna go make some video clips around here with my GoPro. And this place becomes a different story at night. People are selling you, offering you drugs if you look like a foreigner. The pushers, the drug pushers here, this sucks. I don't like it. But I just wanted to do this live stream around here today, something different, and show you a little bit of Medellin. And with that said and done, namaste. Have a beautiful rest of the Saturday and weekend. And in December, I maybe will do 1 or 2 walking live streams like this, and 1 live stream from home Q&A about expats who are interested in coming to live to this area of the world, to the Medellin metro area, and the Negro metro area, and all the towns involved in those metro areas. For now, that's it. Sayonara, hasta luego, que les vaya muy bien. Firme lengue, whatever. Bye bye, y'all. I'm gonna end it now. 3, 2, 1, and we hit the little button that doesn't want to work, and it says okay to end the live stream.